saying yesterday, because when we were talking about this, it was all about Sky Temple at the time. We did 3 Sky Temples in a row. And it's just like, a lot of people in the beginning, we just didn't really figure out this map. But now it's like the mainstay. And of course, now here we are with Blackout State. You're saying almost the same thing. A lot of people didn't have it figured out, but they've really come around their way of thinking of it. All right, so once again here on the left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, Team FNATIC. They almost go all the way back to BlizzCon at this point, and Mr. J Pickles has left the game.
I am attempting to reconnect right now. That is unfortunate. I am sitting here just waiting. Oh boy. I really hope it reconnects right now, but this is an interesting
Keep us up to date on that, sir. But yeah, Shinobu, Kessel, Ace of Spades, Freds, and Lowell. On the flip side, though, we saw them yesterday in a few matches. Mouse Control, Razzlebot, into the top. Griskel, we got Freyden, Zinwin, and into the bottom is going to be solid SMD with them 3 Vikings.
All I can hear right now is Zagara's wings flapping away. That's all I hear.
All right, well, as I said, keep us up to date, sir, and hopefully we will be able to get you back into this one. Chen is going to be holding down the top, and it does look like a little bit of a 3-man collapse into the mid here for Mouse Control up against Lowell. But either way, I mean, it's not really going to be the end-all because we're about to have those chests spawning. And I'm a little curious. Zagara's not into the bottom lane. That's actually going to be Ace of Spades. So that means Ace has to deal with the triple Vikings down here by himself. I kind of expected, I guess, the Zagara to be holding that one down, but with the 4-man collapse and leaving the support into the bottom, it's a very scary level 1 fight, especially at those chests. And all 5 coins do actually flip over there to FNATIC, and then we're going to be even bullying out Olaf and crew for, I believe, all 10 pickups.
Wow. It sounds exciting. I'm really sad right now.
Yeah, I saw you reconnect. It's cool. So, all right, they only picked up 9. Olaf has 1, but it doesn't count to the overlay, so that's a bug and a half. Got to tell Ali about that one. If a Viking picks up a coin, apparently does not count to the total. But this was an entire, 4-man roam squad almost. But now they're going to come back mid. They actually do find Freyden, and that's going to be, again, the power of this control comp. Now they're just body blocking him, and poor Malfurion is actually just thrown into the water with the ragdoll physics. A very merciless beatdown, and now it's going to be coming into this watchtower, looking to keep Razzalot off to the side.
All right, I am back now. I can actually see players moving. I hope it stays, but I am in right now.
Awesome. Glad to have you back here, sir. Level 3 to almost 4 now, both sides. The 1 kill doesn't really bring us to any kind of big advantage, but we do got the level 4 talents out, and the talents going back and forth look pretty standard. Look at this control comp just up top, just bullying around that panda. But something I want to bring up is Consuming Flame. We're seeing this a lot more on Chen's now at level 1 rather than the Regen Master.
It's probably, I mean, you can get a pretty good amount of stacks, especially on this map if you bounce between mid and top, so it's kind of interesting not to see that. But also note that Zeratul is not going for that auto attack build right now. He is going for a little bit more of a magey build.
He does have the rapid displacement, and yes, you're right, the sustained anomalies, so very likely less emphasis on powering up those auto attacks. We'll have to see what he gets a little bit later, but if it was a Vorpal Blade, you are just not having any luck today.
I am not having any luck at all.
Sorry, sir. This is definitely not good for you, but just keep working at it, and we'll leave it at that. But level 4 is where we would see Vorpal Blade. If we saw Vorpal Blades, I'd be more inclined to say that we're more to see Assassin's Blade later on, and then searing attacks and all that. But it is not going to be the case for now, so we'll have to keep an eye. But either way, again, the roam coming up. They're going to find Freyden. Stuns and rakes and stuns into even and in Venom from that Kerrigan at level 4. And that is, once again, a very dead Malfurion into that Watchtower. Die for Watchtower, gents. That's how you play this game, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I am just trying.
The contribution.
I am trying so hard. It's like, I get it, I see it. All right, I'm back.
Maybe.
Don't know how long it'll last for though, but right now I see Lowell is going for the little green cap right now. Driscoll is there though. Freds is getting attacked by Zeratul, and I am now out again. I will be right back. Gonna try and fix this again.
Yeah, just go fix your nets there. It's all good. But you are right. We do trade him out there, and Lowell, you know, he has picked up some of the coins. We did have a turn-in already from FNATIC. Now Praden, wow, Praden, that's a very risky move chasing after the battle kill like that, especially with so many stuns available to the crew. Now we do got Kessel. He has actually taken up residence here into the bottom lane for FNATIC. He's bullying around those Vikings, and the Vikings are definitely getting bullied. Back and forth, they're taking a little bit of damage, and they can't even really sneak up here on top of Kessel because of those creep tumors. He has just so much vision in and around the place, and his lane presence is just basically uncontested at this point. Every time we get a Hydralisk, though, I mean, we have seen the micro going back and forth. Solid SMD has been able just to deal with that a little bit. Now here comes the rest of the team. They will take that bottom chest, whereas it's FNATIC going to take the top. We also just had Kerrigan and Low off to the side. They pick up those bruisers. Apparently, Baylog was very unlucky in that trade. 1-on-4, and they still get a Baylog kill. Not entirely too sure how that happened, but Kessel clearly knows his way in they're going back and forth. Razalat has not left this top. We do got a little bit of pressure now coming up to him, but he is an early game panda. Not entirely too sure that it'll help him whatsoever. The stuns are just too much. He's about to drop, and there he goes. And wow, the return on top of Zagar. Finally, a little bit of pressure. Now going to go the way here of mouse control.
I reconnected, and now I'm stuck again attempting to reconnect.
Just reset your router, whatever you need to do, man.
Alrighty.
Level 10 is now achieved, and another kill going to go the way of FNATIC into the top. Vala, unfortunately, just did not anticipate that gate going down, and she's going to take a little bit of a dirt nap. Stage dive is going to be the Maelstrom. There's that Divine Shield we're looking for, the Wailing Arrow, and of course the Devouring Maw to set up some of these big wombos. The top gate no longer existing here for mouse control, and we just saw at the edge of that there as they take those bottom Siege Giants, we do have a mule. It is there from this Malfurion, and level 7 Malfurion picking up that mule. I mean, kept trying to think of what other options he has at that point, but the mule is definitely not a bad way to go. Throwing out a whole ton of heroics, getting nothing for it. FNATIC will hopefully at least take away something of the souvenir to the trip top, but they took out the mule. They're going to keep this fort rather low, but they did not get any kills for it. And while they have been focusing out top, we did have a coin turn-in and mouse control. Now I'm going to be starting to pummel away at that mid lane. Still with me?
I am. I have finally reconnected. Hopefully the internet works. Hold on, I need to just stop this. All right.
And nope, you're out. All right, sir. Not a problem. Just keep working on it. Level 10s have come out here for the mouse control team. So it is actually going to be the Tranquility. It is the Void Prison as well. So definitely not looking at some of the trends we saw yesterday with the Zeratul. But the Wandering Keg is there, Longboat, and of course the Rain of Vengeance. Really the only hard CC we have afforded to the team of mouse control at this point. And, going back and forth, despite, 5 kills to 2 and the turn-ins going back and forth, it's actually a very neck-and-neck game. The experience is really not that different, but we're going to see if we can actually change that into the bottom here. Shinobu and Kessel have teamed up with these Siege Giants. They're going to be laying waste to this bottom gate area. Here comes Grisco. He's looking for a little bit of a poke here on top of Shinobu, and we'll get it, but that's about as much as we're going to see in terms of the counter down here. Longboat has to get used from Saul. He was just way too far forward and did not have the hit points there on those Vikings. Now, unfortunately, that boat is not the fastest of moving boats. And do we actually have that jump ready to go? We do. We don't have the Norse Force, though. So after that jump, we're basically stuck. And Solid, he's going to be able to soak, but that is going to be it. Here comes the rest of the team. But the team fight is so much weaker now. Chen is not even here. We can't initiate with the Baron. We don't have a light Viking boat for another 60 seconds. 2 Vikings get adventurous. They go down, and they're out of this game completely. Braden up at the top here with Razalot. The silent arrow misses. It didn't actually detonate it there on top of Braden, but they will trade it out. Freds for the Malfurion. Here comes Low, here comes Shinobu, and this actually could be a very big trouble spot here for the Chen, as he's going to try to get chased down. Low gets in front of him. does not body block, and now Griscoll is actually going to be the big undertaker there. Jumps in, gets off the Q, but unfortunately is stunned up and cannot use the wormhole, and he will be the drop there. Vikings are back into the bottom lane, but using out that boat as quick as they did, it really did cripple the team fight potentially.
I'm hopefully reconnecting.
Timed this out really well.
And it's pausing again. I have no idea what it's doing.
Mr. J. Mr. J.
This is so sad. It was working. The test earlier, it was working, and all has fallen.
So if you need to go reset your router, bro, whatever you need to do. So it's 14-13, Mr. J. It's 7 and 3/4 of kills to 3. And we've finally taken a little bit of a lead here for FNATIC. It looks like they're about to try to do another turn-in, but Ice Block coming out from Malfurion. It's not going to be that level 13 regrowth. He's going very defensive. I think he's a little bit more on edge from some of these early deaths, man. Click, click, boom. All right, so it should be another turn-in. We got 6 coins left to go, 5. Yep, Low has exactly the right amount of coins, and that is going to be, once more, the cannons now aimed towards mouse control. And this is actually going to start working away on some of their keeps. So that gate is getting muled up, but immediately it goes down because Mule on this map doesn't have a long life expectancy when it comes to some of these cannon turn-ins. So that's going to be some big damage there on top of that keep area. Keep won't go down, but the gate definitely will. And now we are posturing for another big team fight here, but do we have all the Vikings? We do. All 3 of them are just grouped up there into the corner. They are ready to rumble. Could this actually be finally what we're looking for? Razalot is going to find Ace of Spades, who just cleanses right through the barrel. Not exactly the initiation they're looking for. The Void Present into the back. He's 3 FNATIC out of this fight, at least for now, but Fred has the Divine Shield. He's not getting any damage taken, and Blow there by himself is just not getting hurt whatsoever. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go for all 7. The power slide comes in, and that is the mega kill. The team wipe. Nobody dying from FNATIC. And the Wombo was just not enough. We tried to go for the barrel, tried to get that Ace of Spades out of the fight, but unfortunately there's just not enough follow-up. And again, we talked about this at draft. There's really not enough crowd control available to the team of mouse control at this time. And that fight, I think, really did just show kind of the lack of it there and how much team fight dominance we have here from Team FNATIC. Into the top, a lot of creeps going to be marching there on top of mouse control, so they're going to pick up a lot of experience just from that. But still, we're looking for more and more coins. We're up to 12. We're about to become 14, about to become 16, and that's enough for another dunk here from FNATIC. As soon as they get that, I would not be surprised to see them look for not only the bruisers, but what it looks like they're already doing now, but as well, they could very easily go for this boss who hasn't really had any attention given to him whatsoever. But 12 kills to 3, now about 2.5 levels between these two teams. We're about to rack 18 here for FNATIC. It's definitely a very clear winner at this point. It's not impossible to come back out of this one, but it is definitely looking very grim here for mouse control for this first round matchup of theirs. There goes the coins. It's going straight to the coffers of Blackheart, and it's actually going to be a little bit beaten to the punch here. We're going to go for the boss from mouse control. They were looking at those bruisers. They got the dominance with that watchtower, and now they're going to go for this. The problem is, I don't think FNATIC really gives 2 cares at this point, because they're going straight for this keep. They already have the cannons for the second one. That's a 2-keep deficit now that mouse control has to face against, and it's basically they just gave it up for free. All they're going to get out of this one is at best a fort. Oh, they actually canceled their backs. Well, most of them canceled their backs. I guess Griscoll was actually the only one that finally did go that way, but I'm curious if FNATIC could have actually kept pushing. If they had faked this out and double faked and waited, could they have actually pushed this back and gone for the core win? I think that would have been actually very curious to see. But as we said, fort and a fort, keep and a keep. They only got a fort out of it. I don't expect that this Golem is really going to make huge inroads into that FNATIC keep, but we also now have the team posturing. Ace is way there in the back, low back there as well. We're going to get the barrel with that Void Prison as the Vikings are going to jump on top of Kessel. Razalot not entirely too sure where he's going to go, but there goes the Vala. Razalot now out of that barrel, and Fred is just starting to rack up that damage. The combo there was low, and the crowd control is strong. They get themselves that Malfurion. He's out. The Chen is on the run. The Viking boat, unfortunately, not really doing, again, the work that he needs to do. Chen dies off to the side. There goes a Viking. Grisco still trying to grab a kill here for the team, but it is just not working. Fred's going to actually jump and find Eric just before that jump goes off, and Olaf is now going to be running for his donuts at this time. Now, what happened to this boss? Well, the boss did kind of come a little uncontested to this keep, and they will actually take home a keep for it, as apparently Zeratul, where the heck did Zeratul, why was Zeratul this far forward? Things I just do not know, ladies and gentlemen, but still, core under pressure here from mouse control. They do have some of those respawns coming in. Those early deaths will be able to fend off some of these catapults, but still 100% 100. And on the back of that on the back of that fight, we do get level 20. Triple Bolt of the Storm could be a quad here, as we do not need an upgraded stage dive, but will it be the hardened instead? It will actually be the hardened for Loam. Don't really think he actually needs it, but he's going to go for it anyways. And Storm Shield, would you believe, from Ace of Spades. No redemption, no rewind. Not sure rewind is actually something he can get. Never mind. No redemption, but also no increased shield. Blessed shield, maybe it is. But either way, with that Storm Shield, he will have a little bit more AoE healing presence. And even curiously enough, even at level 13, Spell Shield here from Ace of Spades. Not swing, not... What else you get at 13 for Earner 3? Swing heal's the big one that I think of. But either way, yeah, he does have the Spell Shield. It's a little bit more survivability for him. It definitely allows him to wander in to some of these team fights a little bit more protected. It's harder to burst down that Uther when you do have that Spell Shield ready to go. And either way, it looks like Vala is going to be the fresh meat. She's dead in the water yet again, getting caught out, not with the team. Some of the worst things that you can do into this late game is really just not be with your team. And with, you know, a 60-second death timer to go with it, I mean, Vala has a long time to think about the things that she had just done right there. Either way, there goes to the third keep after that next turn in here from FNATIC. They got 4 coins still left in their pocket, but now Cannonballs are just going to start working away on the core? Maybe not. Maybe they just didn't even break the shield. Yeah, the shield is definitely looking lower. So the cannon, there was only 3 cannon shots, wasn't able to break out the shield, but still, 20-19. It's still a very dire spot for mouse control, because they still really do not want to be fighting against a team, not only with 18 kills to 3, but because they're down, they don't have those level 20 talents. And because they don't have those 20 talents, they don't want to fight. But because they're not fighting, they don't have map control. And because they don't have map control, they are just getting dunked coins and coins and coins. Look at the coin difference between these guys, 20 to 12. Like, we have turned in so many more coins here from FNATIC, and they're just on their way. All they got to do is pick up another 12 and then just rush the core, and the cannons will do the rest. I mean, it's a very easy, solid win, unless, of course, they lose the team fight. If they lose the team fight, they could easily get rushed right through the top. We do have access to the core from mouse control, but at this point, evidence does not say that they're going to be able to do that. Now, Mr. J did actually have to restart, so he's not here, which is a shame. Not exactly the best way to bring in your EU experience, especially for those with the clean feed. So we do apologize to those trying to cast in the other languages. But either way, we only got the 8 coins. I don't think FNATIC is really going to wait around and just try to pick up the coins at this point. There's just not enough for them on the table. So instead, Fred, he jumps in. He already threw down the Maelstrom. He has that Divine Shield on him. And now Razalot is just rolling around, not hitting anything because of that Void Prison from Zeratul. We got the Vikings now off to the side. They had already used out their heroics, and they nary a dent in this FNATIC group lineup. Freds and Low just do try to jump on top of Grisco, but he blinks away to safety. And no kills, would you believe? But once more, we do not have map control here from mouse control. They are very much stuck in their base. And, you know, we're basically just painting the map blue at this point. We're getting more and more coins. We're up to 10, looking for 12. That's 14 total. We still need 6 more. Boss is back up. If we go for this late game boss, it could actually go either way for a fight. Whoever picks up that boss still has a free way into the keep, or into the core and core. There's nothing to get in the way of that boss. We might actually get brave here from mouse control and go for it. And honestly, it's not the worst of ideas. The problem, however, is that the chests have now spawned. And with those chests, FNATIC is all over them. They got the positioning and that map control. We now need to fight to keep these this turn-in from destroying the core. Problem elsewhere, though, 3 catapults and 2 mercenaries are going to be marching down on top of this core. So all FNATIC has to do is delay. They have to posture and delay. If they defend the cannons, the creeps might win the game. If they defend the creeps, the cannon will win the game. It is just not the position that you want to be in here for mouse control. And instead, oh, even better, Freds gets that rake, but unfortunately we have the jump ready to go, and Solid with that reflex save. Won't be those, won't be the Vikings quite yet, but again, Mercs on the core, 50%. We got that mule going, and now people are off to defending. They're on the map. FNATIC knows that they don't have a full defense here. It's just going to be the poke. My goodness, it's even going to be the Void Prison now going down just to stop this turn-in. But it's not going to be enough. Braylon and Razalon are still not even going to be here, and the cannons are still not even a factor here. But look at this, the catapults are still bringing this down. Yeah, there's Vikings dying off to the side, but 11% hit points. The core is basically a YOLO bow at this point, and we don't even need cannonballs. We don't need no Blackheart to win this game. Shinobu's going in. He's trying to keep that shield down. We've got now the barrel going off back and forth. Here goes that divine shield. Keep Shinobu happy, and everything is just going to go the way of FNATIC. The posturing, the mercs, it was enough. And that's going to be a GG well played right there, as FNATIC will once more show dominance here